Hello, students of Aga Khan School. How are you? My name is Toshiko Onishi, speaking from Japan. I'm very happy to have this opportunity to tell you my story. First, I'm going to tell you what we are doing in Bangladesh. My group and I have visited Bangladesh many times since 2006. Do you know why? Because our group is working for an elementary school in Komila. This is our school, named Majunda Wandrop School. In 2016, the school is opened. Now, there are 60 students, Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3. Each class has 20 students. They are all from poor family living in the village. In this school, they don't need to pay any money. Uniform, stationaries, pencils and notebooks, everything is given to them. And they also have free tiffin. They aren't absent from school because they like studying, painting, singing, making origami, playing sports, etc. And they like having tiffin too. I heard sometimes they couldn't eat any food at home, so they come to school for tiffin. I know one girl, Sania. She doesn't eat all of her tiffin, but she saved some for her young brothers at home. Anyway, the school is a paradise for students. They can study and play and eat there. Now, I'm going to tell you why we made a school in Bangladesh. I was born in 1951. I am 67. My first trip abroad was to London when I was 23. I was a university student. I decided to live in London to study English for a year because I wanted to see the world. For the last 2 months before I had to go back to Japan, my friend and I made a trip to Europe by hitchhiking. Do you know what hitchhiking is? It is one of the traveling styles. Because we didn't have money, we saved the transportation fee. We stood on the roadside and stopped passing cars with the thumb up sign, "Please stop." And we would ask the driver to take us to the place in the direction of our goal city. Our goal was Istanbul. We hitchhiked from London to Istanbul. This journey was amazing. When we started hitchhiking, it was really fun. People were so friendly and kind. We hitched Rolls-Royce, Mercedes, and very gorgeous cars. Sometimes drivers treated us for lunch or dinner. Sometimes they invited us to their homes. But gradually I felt guilty. We were always given something by someone. Were we really deserved to it? We never returned anything at all. It is not fair. We are not babies. One day, we met a woman at the border of Switzerland. It was cold, dark night. She took us to her house because we couldn't hitch any cars that day. She served us a nice dinner and a warm bed. The next early morning, while we were sleeping, she went for work. She left a letter and a key on the table. The letter said, "Have a good journey today. The breakfast in the refrigerator. Please lock the door when you leave the room and put the key under the planter." Can you believe this kindness? How could she believe us? I remember her saying she was a hitchhiker when she was young. She also was helped by many people. That's why she was kind to us. That's why she helped us. After I heard her story, I thought I had to return the kindness to others one day. This idea is always in my mind. I became a teacher of a junior high school. In 2006, I had a chance to visit Bangladesh. That time, my student asked me to bring pencils for some schools in Bangladesh. I said yes, okay, and visited some public schools in Dhaka. The students were very happy to have the present from Japan. I took photos and showed my students in Japan how these schools were like. They are very different from our schools in Japan. And I saw Dhaka. There are many street children and many poor people. I couldn't take photos. I told the story to my students. My students took action. They decided to start the campaign. They collected aluminum cans and sold them and got some money. The money was sent to the local elementary school in Bangladesh. They used the money for their desks and chairs. And the next year, my student continued with the campaign. This time, the money was used for the operation of a 5-year-old boy called Emran. Without that operation, Emran would have lost his left leg. I was very moved by this campaign because I brought the money to Bangladesh by myself. I met people who really wanted to thank my students in Japan. Money from one aluminum can is very small, but if it gathers, they can help people. In 2010, I stopped working as a school teacher, and I made a group called One Drop to support poor children for their education in Bangladesh. Our purposes are: 1. Make a happy elementary school for poor children. 2. Support poor students with One Drop scholarship. 3. Deliver stationaries Bangladesh school from Japan. In Japan, in order to get money for our school in Bangladesh, we sell torkari and chai at a festival and do free market. We do photo exhibitions and show our activities in Bangladesh. I make a speech to students at school. I make a speech to adult people at community centers. So nowadays, I feel I can do help some people little by little. Okay, nearly the end of my speech. I have to tell you the meaning of one drop. One drop. The name is inspired from the words of Mother Teresa. She said, "We ourselves feel that what we are doing is just a drop in the ocean. But the ocean would be less because of that missing drop." Thank you for listening to my speech. Dhonnobad.